Busted, of course, back in this week after a couple of weeks off, self-isolating. How has it just been towards the back end of this week, getting back in and getting the lads back on the grass?
Yeah, it's been really good to have all the boys back in. Obviously, they've had 2 weeks of not doing anything. We set them some home workouts and stuff to do, but in terms of any football, they've had nothing. So it's been really good to have them back in. They came back in with good energy, which you'd expect with them having a lot of time off. And yeah, it's just really back to work and back to focusing on Saturday really, and trying to start getting some points on the board.
Do you feel like those couple of weeks away from sort of standard training might cause a little bit of rustiness, or does everyone look sharp and ready going into Saturday?
Obviously, when you have time off training, it is going to cause a disruption in your pattern, really. But to be fair, the boys that came back and they do look sharp, and it's up to Mike, myself, and Belly to make sure that training structure in a way where we just get them right for Saturday and they're ready for Saturday and as sharp as they were before they left.
And of course, Saturday kicks off a pretty busy month in November. Got Tuesday, Saturday games following that for 3 weeks at the minute. So is now sort of time where you feel like the full squad will come into the most use it's seen so far this season anyway?
Yeah, obviously now the fact we've got a big squad is hopefully going to be a big strength for us with all the games we've got coming up. It allows us to freshen lads up. And obviously, if we do pick up any injuries or anything like that along the way, then we've got lads who are on the sideline chomping at the bit to come in. So I think the fact that we do now have a really big squad, and it's full of quality. You know, you look through the squad and every single player brings a lot of quality to us. So that should really work in our strength with all the games coming up, and then over Christmas it's going to be busy as well. So yeah, we're just looking forward to getting the games going, and the fact that we do have a big squad is going to be hopefully our strength.
You talk about having a big squad. Of course, there was a recent addition as well, Jed Garner, coming in on a short-term loan from Fleetwood. What was it that made you want to bring him into the side?
Jed was someone who'd been sort of on our radar for a little bit. We'd spoke to Fleetwood previously about him. It wasn't able to happen. Obviously, you know, we're looking to improve all the time, and when someone like that becomes available, we just want to improve the squad every chance we get. So he's come in. It's a competitive squad. He's going to have to compete to get his place, and it gives other lads a little bit of a kick or a lift, or however you want to look at it, to make sure that if they have got the shirt, they keep it. And you know, he's trained well the last 2 days. He's very comfortable on the ball. He's quite a big lad. He can bring the ball in. He brings other players into play as well. Left-footed, technically good, and he's a nice lad. He's fit in the group well, which is really what we want. You know, we want good people to come in the football club and improve us. So he ticks all them boxes.
And of course, it's always a positive to have so many players to choose from, but does that on the other side give you some sort of tough decisions to make coming up in the near future?
Of course, yeah. It's probably the hardest thing, to be fair, when you have to tell lads that they're not going to travel or they're not going to be in the squad, and that's something that Mike, myself and Belly have got to manage. You know, it's one of them where of course lads are going to be upset that they left out the squad, but we need to make sure that it doesn't take away from how they train and how they turn up, because I always look at it, if you've got lads turn up who are unhappy, it always affects the rest of the group. So it has a massive knock-on effect, what you probably don't even realise. So it's really important for us that the lads who aren't getting in the squad understand that they're a big part of what we're trying to do, and we are going to use the full squad. So it's about keeping everyone happy, and it, as you've said there, it's going to be really difficult to do, but it is what it is, and it's football. Do you know what I mean? It's a ruthless game, and if you get the shirt, you've just got to try your hardest to keep it, and if you haven't got the shirt, you've got to be outworking everyone around you to try and get the shirt, and it's just as simple as that, really.
And of course, an away trip coming up to Farsley Celtic this weekend. How tough a game you're expecting there? Of course, they've had one in midweek on Tuesday, whereas yourselves haven't had one for a few weeks now.
Yeah, obviously they've had the benefit of they've had a game in there, a few games in there. It's a hard place to go. The pitch isn't the best, if I'm totally honest. So we're going to have to go. We're going to be up for a fight against them. They're a good team. They've got good players. They've got a very good centre forward who's scored goals in this league. So it's going to be a tough game for us, but we go there, as I said, with a lot of quality in our squad, and we go there believing that we can take the 3 points, and that's what we'll be trying to do. As tough as it is, you know, we have to go to these places and we have to start taking points and building our points up to climb up the league.
And then just in terms of sort of the team news, everyone's fitness, has the couple of weeks in self-isolation given a few of the lads who were sort of not quite there yet a chance to so get their fitness back before this weekend?
Yeah, so in terms of injury wise, we have no one injured. Mike's, it's probably come a little bit too soon Saturday. But other than that, everyone's fully fit and available for the squad, which, just going back on before, gives us a massive headache. But it's the type of headache that you want. If you want any type of headache, that is the one you want.